Are we good? So let's get it started now. So we are going to the in operator. The in operator is used to filter data by checking if a value matches any value in a list. You just create a list. As far as any of the value matches those ones inside the list, you are good to go. Pick them, right? That's all it's about. Should I increase the font so it'll be clear? So for example, we have different grade levels, grade 10, grade 11. You understand? We can, instead of using or, add plenty, matching plenty, or like this. Number one, for example, you want to match if a column has or if any of the row contains grade 9 or grade 10 or grade 11. This is how we use the where with combining it with the or statement. But in the case we don't want to match with plenty or statement like this, we can simply use the in operator, where you say where grade level in this. So long as the grade level is among this list, fetch that row. Is that clear? That's how it's about. Please, let's power up our SQL. I'm going to open up my SQL. Oh, it's not opening yet. So I'm going to, is it open? It's not open. 2 the matrix suit. So let's create, we are going to use the school DB, of course, using the school DB, right? Then on the norms, if we want to select before we introduce the grade level, we want to select, let the grade level be 9 or 10 or 11. We can just say, okay, let's select the student, or let's select everything which is not meant for production, of course. Select all the column from what table? I think it's students. Then where, not end. Then using the where statement, where grade level, the column is grade level, right? It's grade level is equal to, can put it as a quote, you're welcome, grade 9. This is how we select those ones that has grade 9, and if we run it, all these students are in grade 9. It's only select those ones that are only in grade 9, right? But if we want to say to match it as well with other one, we can add the or statement. Then grade level is equal to grade 10. Now this match all the grade level that are both in every row that has grade 9 and grade 10 will be first. Or so we could chain with many or, but in the case the grade level is very plenty, we wouldn't want to do that. That's repetitive stress. That is where the in clause come in, where grade level, then in, then you put your list of items inside, which are, put your open bracket, put it grade 9, comma, grade 10, comma, grade 11. Let's just leave it like that, and odd end. So now this will fetch all those ones that are in those grades. You look at them, they are in grade 9 to 11. So this is how to use the in clause. We good? So it's as simple as that, not very decorative, or it's not having any special. So we're good to go, right? So pushing forward, the syntax is as simple as this. You select the columns you want to select, you include them. But in test, most time we use the star, but in production it is strict. It is strict that you specify the column instead, because when the column spans from 1 to maybe hundreds, fetching it is not performance friendly. So that's why you must always select the column, then the table name and the column name in their values, the value set. That's the syntax. You can also use not in. You understand, in here. Remember, not always inverts the whole case. So in that case, if I go and include not here, that means anything that will be fetched here should not be in this list. And you see, yes, the one that is the only grade value that is not in here is 12. So that's about that. Then practical example using SchoolDB, we have done that. Then students not in grade 11 and 12. This is just basically the same thing. Then course is taught by a specific teacher. One, the course taught by Dr. Wilson and Mrs. Smith. So we are going to select what courses. So go select the best practice, use capital letter for the keywords. Select, we are in test, select. Of course, you need to end the statement, if not the next will be, we didn't end the statement. No, this one will be shouting. So select everything from the courses table, then where the column name is teacher. Let's look at the column name in courses. If you hover over courses and select columns, you see the column drop down. You have courses, course ID, course name, course code, and teacher. So we want the teacher. So the teacher must be a list that is within either Dr. Smith, Dr. Smith, Dr. Wilson, sorry, Dr. Wilson and Mrs. Smith, Dr. Wilson and Mrs. Smith. So Wilson and Mrs. Smith. And if you do it like this, of course all those courses that are taught by Dr. Wilson and Mrs. Smith will come up. I hope the spelling is correct. We have biology. We only have one, biology, and the teacher is Wilson, is Dr. Wilson. So let's select all first. Let's even select all without the filtering. Let's see let's see how many courses and their teachers. We have Mr. Allen, Mrs. Davis. There is no Mrs. So let's use Mrs. Davis. Actually, let's use Mrs. Davis, not Mrs. Will Smith. So Mrs. David and Dr. Dr. Wilson and Mrs. Davis. Dr. Wilson and Mrs. Davis. So if we run this, so it's Dr. Wilson and Mrs. Davis. Those are the people that the rows appeared. So that's how to use the in clause. Very simple, not very decorative. All right, let's move forward. So we've used the between, right? Perhaps you don't want to use between. You want to use selective, not a range. You want to be selective. That okay, the person must be 14. This is between. It's not running. What is it saying? Check. See. Make sure you check your. Have you connected? Did you connect properly? Okay, yes, of course, you connect. That's why that. So go to your tables bar. If you go to your schemas, you have administration and schemas column around here. You have your schemas and administration. Go to your schemas, go to your tables. You see list of all the tables that are in that database. Then you see that there is courses, right? There is courses enroll. Yes. Inside SchoolDB select table, you see courses, enrollment, students. Make sure the spellings are correct, right? For all the from the table you are selecting from these courses. That's why it's courses. Then if you over down the top, the title is teacher. Remember, it must. Then you go to column, you see teacher there. Of course, you're supposed to fetch. It's correct. And yet it's not fetching. Automatically using the system when you enter immediately. You understand? So when you do that first, your first running must include student use SchoolDB using the database. If not, it's going to use the default database. So the default database is that system SYS, right? So that's about that. Let's get to so let's select. Now we could use the between, that the age should be between 14 and 16 like we learned the other class, or we could also use the in. But what if in a case we want the age that is 13, that is 15, and that is 20? Just selective. You understand? We could use the or statement that is very long, or we could as well use this in statement. So let's select 14, 15 and 16 using the in clause. So if you want to do that, of course you select every student from the students table, then where age, the student's age should be within 14, 15 and 16, and let's run only that, end the statement and run it. I'll guess where this are where the age is between 14 15 is only within 14 16 and 15. That's about that. So we're good to go, right? Now let's do using in with a subquery. Student enroll in a course. So we want to get the student that is enrolled in a course. This is subquery. We have not treated subquery. We'll come to subquery soon. We'll do subquery somewhere around that 15 16. But like an introducer to it, let's quickly do this. Once the student that is enrolled into a course, of course we are selecting them from the students table. But first, their student must be within the list of these students. Their student ID must be within the list of these students, or whatever that is fetched here. We are going to select only, we are going to have at last, this is a subquery. This subquery returns a list of ID, right? Quickly, let's get this to understand subquery. This is introducing us to subquery is a query inside another query. That is subquery. This select statement is a query on its own. They are using it as a filter to this select. How do we start? First, let's do only this one. Let's select only students. The students must be enrolled that has this enrolled course ID 101. So quickly, let's do select everything. We are selecting them from the enrollment table, of course. Select, okay, let's select on everything first. From the enrollment table and enrollments, yeah. Then we want to filter for the course ID, where the course ID is the same as, so the enrollment, what do we target is the column names are course ID, yes, enrollment ID, course ID, where the course ID is the same as 101. So we want to select only those enrollment that has the course ID 101. So this there is nothing like that. So let's even select everything first without the filtering. Let's select everything. So okay, these are all the enrollments, and the course ID are between 1 to 8, a bit 1 to 9, within 1 to 8. So let the course ID, where the course ID is the same as, let's say, 8 or 8, and we run this. These are the course ID, the one that has the course ID 8. So this is just this is just like getting all the enrollment for this specific course. So perhaps want to get so the students that enrolled for this course, the full details of those students that enrolled to this course. So instead of selecting this everything, let's select only course ID, or no, student ID. They need us to select. Yeah, let's get only the student ID from here, because there is enrollment ID, student ID. We want to use this student ID to fetch all the students. That is why we will need only student ID, because the common column between this enrollment and the student table is the student ID. We want to get that all those students that enrolled into this course called course ID. So, but if you press this, if you only select student ID and you run, you're expected to get list of student IDs. So these are the list of student IDs that enrolled for the course 8. Is that clear? I want us to understand from the beginning. I'll start all over again. This is how we get everybody that enrolled for this specific course that has the ID 8. Right? There is the one that has the course ID 8. This is how we get it, right? We can get everybody that enrolled, all the people that enrolled for all courses like this, and there are very many. Then we could get the people that enrolled for a specific course. Let's say the course that has the ID 8, for example, data analysis. If data analysis have course ID 8, right? Now we want to get, these are all the enrollment lists for course ID 8. Now I want to fetch the student details, not just the student ID. But how do we get the student details? These full student details are not in enrollment. The only thing that is in enrollment is student ID. And the common column between student enrollment and the student list where we want to fetch is this student ID, right? That is the common column. There is student ID in enrollment. There is student ID in what? Students. So, well, with using that, we don't need everything. We just need the student ID. So we triangulate it with the students and get all the students. So we use student ID. We want to get only the student ID. And if we get this, this will get us all the students that enrolled, the ID of all the students that enrolled to the course 8. Right? Now we will use this to triangulate all the courses. Okay, let's leave this now. Let's we'll just, before this now, let's get every student. To get every student, how do you do it? You say student, select Abi. To get every student, you say select everything from the student table. This is how to fetch every single student, right? And you get all the students with their ID. There are IDs that are here that are not within this place, but we want to get all those students that has ID within this ID. Now we have, you understand, only the people that has ID, because if you select this as list of student IDs, we want to get all the students, but the ID must match all those ID that we fetched here, the other in this query. That is when it comes to subquery. Then we'll add a where clause here. Where student, then we can just put that clause, this inside where student, then you put that in, then the in now will return where student ID, use the in, must be inside the open bracket the list of all this, and you close the bracket, because you already know that this one is going to return list of IDs. So we want those students IDs, we want the student that those student IDs matches the list that are returned here. And if we run this, these are all the students that enrolled for for course ID 8. Is that clear? If it is not clear, to get to subqueries, these are what you are expected to do in subqueries, but we wanted to know the in and out. We use the in subqueries very well, right? We use the in clauses in subqueries very extensively, but for us to really know the power of in, That is why we introduce a little bit of subquery, which we are going to still treat. Is that clear? So please, let's do this. Let's continue. Because we don't need the course ID, we only need the student that enrolled for the course. You can add the course later, maybe the course name, right? You can add the course. Maybe you want to add the course to this select statement. This is an extended one that you can put the course. How do you add? Then you can use the selecting from two. That is okay. That is one. You are selecting from this table, and perhaps you want to also select from a course table. Now the course, the common table between enrollment and course is course ID. That is another level of selection. Now we have to join. You understand? The common column between enrollment and courses is this. Now let's not complicate issue. Now let's just go with this. When we have treated subqueries very well, then we understand, because that one will be combining two, the course details and the student details, all of them fetching their prerequisites of filtering from enrollment table. Did you understand that? The course column and the student column getting filters only from the enrollment table. Sorry, the course table, the student table only getting filters from the enrollment table. Now we just, you have a question. It's not loading. Okay, but you have installed your software, right? Okay, is it this specific query that is not running? Okay, come in, let me come and see. So that's about that. We're good, right? So that's a little bit of introduction to the in, especially when used to this with the subquery. Now, why do we really need the in? It makes query shorter and cleaner, like we have seen, instead of merging it with a lot of or. Then easy to read when filtering for multiple values. Works with both list of values and subqueries. We have seen subquery, and it works with custom lists. In real world use cases, we use it, like for example in schools, we get students with specific grades. We can do that. Then bags show transaction of type deposit or transfer. You can get hospital lists of patients with specific diagnosis with that in. Say, okay, I want to select only the people that have diabetes type of A. People that have hepatitis B, perhaps we got a little bit of intervention from USAID. I heard that Trump is threatening that he's going to withdraw aid from Nigeria because of going to send army to Nigeria. Or perhaps we have intervention from USA medically, and they said that they want to treat hepatitis B and all that. So we can say, okay, from all the list of people that are in Nigerian, sick people in Nigerian hospital database, select diagnosis from the diagnostic table or from the diagnostic table, those people that has that is diagnosed for hepatitis B, other ones, they just put them into list, and you fetch those list of people, and in their bank, boop, 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 they receive alert or something like that. I don't know if that's so. That's that. So classwork. Let's try this question. The same. Display all the grades. Now show all enrollment. I want us to do something more stronger. Can we do this? Yes, it's true. Let's leave subquery. Let's leave subqueries true. We will get subqueries. Write a query that shows the full name, age, and grade level of students, where the grade level is this and the age is this. Please. I believe we can do this. We can. Thing is already as written, so there is no any difference. So write a query that shows the full name, age, and grade level of students whose grade level is either 10, 11, or 12. At the same time, there should be either age 15, 16, 17, or 18. Let's get that done. Let's see. We're good, right? Worked, right? Straight to the point. Great. Let's fire down. If it is correct, use and. The thing is, as I think it's straight to the point. There is nothing different. You just put and then age in. That's supposed to be. Of course, now. That's how it's. Yeah, very, very correct. With and, yes. Then there, you then put and, then you put and. You can put a new line, the same line it doesn't matter. It's the same. Look at it here. As simple as this. Okay, you didn't add the full name. You know they say we should get the full name, right? Is it the full name? Grade level and age. I didn't tell you to do the full name. See how they feel as. So that's just that. There's nothing. We've done the concat. Something. But you put. How did you get your full name? Select everything. Then how do you call it as full name? Because there is an instruction like the first full name. Show. I think I. Show. I think I. Say like this. Show the full name, age, and grade level of students. So this one you are supposed to use concat. Students. Is that clear? I want us to understand from the beginning. I'll start all over again. This is how we get everybody that enrolled for this specific course that has the ID 8. Right? There is this the one that has the course ID 8. All the people that are enrolled for all courses like that. And there are very many. Then we could get the people that enrolled for a specific course. Let's say the course that has the ID 8. For example, data analysis. If data analysis have course ID 8. Right? Now want to get, these are all the enrollment lists or course ID 8. Now I want to fetch the student details, not just the student ID. But how do we get the student details? These full student details are not in enrollment. The only thing that is in enrollment is student ID. Oh yeah, let's get to. So that's about that. Using the in, we are going to go to another. What's the time now? We still have like 30 minutes. Perhaps we'll still do another subtopic quickly.